Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Healing Holiday. Today's episode, I'll be covering resiliency and rebuilding. And these are two of the most important areas that therapy has helped me to truly, dive into and better understand. I've had moments when I reached the lowest of lows, and I never thought I would climb out of the darkness. And once I sought help and was able to begin taking steps toward the light, I began feeling better and working towards being the best version of myself. Um, Resilience is the foundation that allows healing to take its roots. And it's what helps you to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow or uncertain. Healing, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, is rarely a linear thing. So there's always setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when old wounds can, resurface. Resilience is what allows you to acknowledge those moments without letting them define you. Resilience doesn't mean that you're suppressing the pain or pushing through without rest. It means adapting, finding strength in vulnerability, and recognizing that setbacks don't mean failure. Healing is rarely a straight path. It's a process of breaking, mending, and reshaping ourselves in ways that we never expected. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. Sometimes it's about learning to sit with discomfort, to trust time, and to rebuild with wisdom. And I have been through the ringer, not only with past relationships, but also with grief and, just trying to find my way. So I had to be resilient. I had to bounce back. I had to, take the roller coaster ride of emotions when it was a lot of ups and downs to get to the point where I am now. And it's still a progress. I still have moments where I may hit those valleys, but I know that I'm always going to get back to the peaks. And that also just comes with rebuilding, which is creating something new from the pieces that was, and choosing not just to survive, but to redefine yourself after hardship. Healing isn't just about just recovering. It's about reconstructing your foundation in a way that aligns with who you are becoming. Rebuilding and healing matters because it allows transformation, because you aren't just returning to where you were before, you're evolving into something stronger. Rebuilding gives meaning to struggle because growth often comes from hardship, and rebuilding helps turn pain into purpose. It fosters self-trust as each step forward reinforces your ability to create a life that reflects your resilience. And it also opens doors to new possibilities. And healing is an opportunity to reimagine relationships, perspectives, and your sense of self. So just know, if you're in a situation now where you're going through trauma, you're dealing with pain, remember that it doesn't last forever. You have to keep pushing forward to get to the point where you can be resilient, where you can begin to rebuild, because you are not getting back to your previous foundation. That foundation has been completely crumbled. What you're doing is with resiliency, you're actually rebuilding a foundation, but it's going to be stronger. It's going to be more reinforced so that this time you know how to set boundaries. You know how to be aware. You know how to be accountable. And you know to be observant for, red flags and things like that. Or if we're talking about outside of relationships, when you're grieving, there's a roller coaster ride of emotions where it's called the grieving process. So sometimes you may feel sad. Sometimes you may feel angry. Sometimes you may be okay because you're thinking about the good times, but then you're back down feeling sad. All of that, you have to go through that so you can get to the point where you're able to be resilient, where you're able to rebuild, and then you're able to move forward and become the best version of you possible. And, this isn't one of those things where you can just do this alone. As I've been stating every episode, I strongly advocate therapy. I strongly advocate going through seminars like the University of You by Zoe Williams. I strongly advocate those things because it allows you to get a different perspective and also be allowed to hold a mirror up to yourself and see yourself in a way that you never thought was possible before. So, as always, I hope that this helps you or someone you may know. And I appreciate you all for tuning in to Helping Holliday. So please take a moment to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video. And let's heal together. Peace and love.